Hello everybody, Keith here from Math Fun and Games. Today I'm going to be playing PanzerBlitz Situation 2, Nikopol. In this situation, it's a German blocking action. The Russians are going to come from the north, head to the south. Their level of victory is based on how far from the north map board edge they can get. If they get 8 hexes, there's a marginal victory. If they can get 12 hexes from the north edge of the board, they have a tactical victory, and if they can get 18 hexes from the north end of the board, they have a decisive victory. What I did is I marked, there's red arrows on the board, and I marked the areas, the lines that the Russians have to get to for the various victory conditions. The further south they get, the higher the victory. Germans have to destroy Russian units to get a victory. Marginal victory, destroy 10 Russian units. Tactical victory, destroy 20 Russian units. And decisive victory, destroy 30 Russian units, which would be very hard because the Russians only have 32 units on the board. The German forces, the board itself, from west to east, the westernmost board is the hills and wood board with some north-south rivers. The central board is the clear board with 2 towns, a lake, and a east-west river. And the easternmost board is the Mesa board, the board you're familiar at from game 1. The Russian forces are mainly infantry, except they have one really good howitzer with 40 attack points in a range of 20. And that comes with the vehicle. And then enters in the east board, the central board. They have self-propelled artillery. And the north board, for specialty, they have a heavy mortar with the attack factor of 24. The Germans have a combined force of armor, infantry and half-tracks. They have some mortars, and they have some medium anti-armor weapons. I'm going to have the Germans enter from the easternmost map board. On your screen, they're going to be going from left to right, south to north. The Russians are going to be going from north to south, or right to left. I have the Germans are going to be entering on the easternmost board. Their first units are going to be the units that I'm going to head to the north. The next units are going to be the units that are going to block the center. And the final units are going to be the units that stay down south. So I'm going to place these units here. So here are some half-tracks with infantry on the road on the east board. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's their max movement. And here's the armor. Let's head to the north. And I'm going to start the armor on GG. They're going to go cross country. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're headed to the north. Here are the units for the center board. Okay, so some light mortars. And over here we have the light. So these are light mortars in trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And next we're going to have the infantry going to that center board. Actually, I'm going to send the infantry to the south board. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the infantry are going to be right there. And now the armor to the center board. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's the center board infantry. And I believe this is a truck with armor. Yes, it is. That armor weapon is very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They're going to stop there and they're going to unload. Okay, so I've unloaded the armor unit in the center board. Now let's see. Infantry, armor. So these trucks right here, I kind of mixed things up from what I was planning, but these trucks I have, this is going to stand the south. This is mortar and armor. I mean, these are two trucks. One has mortar, one has anti-armor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's still going to go north. 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'm going to stop on the road right there. I think I'm actually going to unload. I'm just going to keep them on the road for the time being. So these are the armor for the center board. GG. Let's make it 1, 2. Stay on the roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go behind those tanks. And last, the infantry for the center board. 1, 2, so 6 to the town. 7, 8, 9. And they're going to go right there. I think I'm not on. Okay. All right, so that's the Germans' first turn. So I'm going on to Russian turn 1 now. So first I'm going to have the units that are entering from the north enter. And this big howitzer right here that's in that truck is going to enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to get him on that ridge. Let's see if I can do that. 1, 2, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they're going to have to stop there. I was hoping to set that really their most powerful weapon up on that hill right there, but let me turn off the tracks. Control M. Okay, so the next Russian unit, engineers, are going to go 1. I'm going to stop in the city. How many do I have there? I only have stacked 1. So down here, I have submachine gun infantry. We'll put 1 submachine gun infantry with them. The Russians move very, very slow here because they don't have transportation. It's purely infantry, so they will go on this road. 1, 2, and another stack of infantry is going to 1, 2, and this infantry is going to be right behind them, and these 2 guard units are just going to go behind these. They're going on the road. They're marching on the road. So that's the units approaching the south. Now the center, the fastest vehicle the Germans have is this. It's self-propelled artillery. It's a 9, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not going to be able to get at that spot just yet. And here we have a mortar unit. These mortar units are on foot, but I don't want to send them out. I'm going to send out these infantry units first. Coaxial machine gun units first. And they're going to go 1, 2. They're stopping in the town. And I'm going to send these infantry 1, 2. These mortars are going to go 1, 2. I don't think, is there a penalty for entering a wood sacks? Let's take a look. Okay, trucks 2. Okay. These are going to go 1.5 right there. This infantry is going to go on this other road right there. So the Russians are entering the game right now. And last for the area of the hills and the forests. So here's the truck with the large mortar. And it's going to go on first. This is the border where the Germans are going to get to the latest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 plus 4 is 10.5, 11.5. I'm going to stop right there and unload. Okay, so they unloaded there because they want to have a presence on this board as quickly as possible. So next, I'm going to have the wagon. This wagon's going to have a regular mortar unit with it, a light mortar, and they're going to go on the main road. 1, 2, 3. And last but definitely not least, there's going to come a lot of Russian armor. I think I may be missing a vehicle down here. Let's just enter this. So now for the remainder of the units. This infantry, they're going to march down the road here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right behind them are going to be the infantry with that light mortar, and falling behind them are going to be more infantry right there, and these units right here, 1, 2, are going to set up in this town right here. All right, so let's look at the overview after the first turn. Okay. So over here on the left, you see an overview. And I'm going to focus in on the main board. So as you can see here, the Germans are coming in from the south, and they're moving north near the covering positions. The Russians are moving up over here in the west. They have their strongest move right there, and they have a mortar position already set up on that hill. That's going to be the last place that the Germans are going to land. Over here, the Russians are coming on. The furthest Russian unit over here is this self-propelled artillery. It's not in place yet. And down south, the most powerful unit in the game, I think, is its 40 attack factor, 122mm howitzer of the Russians. They haven't set up yet, but they're going to set up on this ridge, and they're going to have a very, very strong position there. Okay, that's it for turn 1 of situation 2, Nikopol of PanzerBlitz. I look forward to talking with you again. Thank you.